Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 442 podcast. I'm Toni, and as always, I'm joined by the wonderful Tommy Santi.
That's me.
And the shivering Toni O.
Morning, boys. I had to look at myself to see.
Yeah, I love the shivering.
I'm like, what's going on? Yeah, a little glare from the lights.
What?
Yeah.
I was at a wedding this weekend, and
yes, you were.
There's a possibility I am still a little under the influence.
Yeah,
I had a good time. What can I say?
Congrats
to Brad and Priya.
We've seen you at parties. Yeah.
It's all he knows
good.
how to have a good time. Yeah,
He does.
Sure. Yeah.
I've had plenty of reason to drink this season. What can I say?
Yeah. Yeah, get your moments while you can. Go ahead, Tom.
Not this weekend. Yeah, I mean, besides United, I guess you could drink to United winning.
I tell you, if he had watched it, did you watch the game, Uzi?
I couldn't watch it live.
If he had watched the game,
literally in the middle of the ceremony, I had to put my phone on airplane mode so I wouldn't get updates.
if he was watching the game live, he'd be drinking. Trust me. Yeah, it was not a good watch. It was a needed result. Not a good watch. Yeah.
Hey.
Well, you know what was a good watch though was the North London derby.
Definitely.
Arsenal 2, Spurs 2. I mean, look, it was rough for me last morning because I was very horizontal for a large part of the day, but I managed to tune into this one. How are you feeling, Tony?
I feel like shit, man. I gotta tell you, like, it just ruined. I know it's ruined my week. Like, I still feel, so I went to sleep late. So yeah, I wake up. I wake up like before the North London derby and during. I just feel sick. I hate the game so much because it's just like the thought of losing is I wake up just about like 30 minutes or so before the game, just probably out of stress. I look at the lineup, and I just see Eddie Nketiah up front, and I see T-Bag in midfield, and I'm just like, yeah, no, this isn't right. I go back.
I will need to stop you. Did you say teabag?
Oh, you forgotten? When Manny was on the podcast, he referred to Prison Break T-Bag, Fabio Vieira. You forgot.
Oh my god.
That's all I call him. That's all I call him now. So
I miss the days of Tony waking up and seeing a lineup and saying, "Nah, I'm going back to bed."
I remember those days.
Yeah.
I remember those days. Yeah, I almost felt like that. To be honest, I felt like that before, but I don't know what Mikel was doing, man. I can't explain the lineup. I am just about done with Nketiah. I just don't see what he adds to us anymore. He's giving us Lacazette performances without the backside in the defender play. Can't press properly. He's not finishing, even though he's supposed to be a fox in the box. You have the world's best pressing 9, and you play him as a winger to accommodate an academy kid that can't do much. Emil Smith-Rowe still not getting games. Yeah, and then you play Fabio Vieira in midfield in one of the most physical games.
I would just like to say it's nice to get like the Tony rants back. I've missed them
I
immensely.
Yeah.
They've been rare. Especially this season because Arsenal have, for the most part, started well.
We've started okay.
I just want to say
results have been fun.
I just wanted to say it's good to have you back, Tony.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back.
We're gonna embrace this. Yeah.
Yeah, the only game we've really dominated from start to finish was PSV at home when Jesus started. So I don't know. I don't want to see Eddie anymore. We've seen enough. Cash in. He's not the guy. Arteta then. Oh God. Yeah, Arteta then second half. I mean, look, here's a stat. Eddie Nketiah, I might feel like I'm beating up on the guy because I am. 100 minutes. He played 100.
Is this because he could have played for the Nigerian national team and chose not to?
You've had a stinker there. He's Ghanaian. But, okay.
Oh, he's Ghanaian?
Yeah.
Fuck, my bad.
Yeah.
I thought he was Nigerian.
Nope. But 100 minutes of football. He completed 6 passes.
Hey, when Erling Haaland does it, it's okay.
Well, he's scoring 3 goals.
Yeah.
Emil Smith Rowe came on in the 96th minute. He had more passes. At some point during that spell where Tottenham were dominating, because just after we scored, Eddie Nketiah had touched the ball 14 times and lost it 7 times. He just kept giving the ball away. The ball just kept coming back. I was like, they're going to score. We can't keep it. And they scored. Oh, and I forgot about Agent Jorginho. Ooh, yeah.
Wait, was it Jorginho who lost the ball? For
It was Jorginho.
It was Jorginho.
Oh,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah.
That was
That was
a
terrible.
FIFA goal.
Straight,
so bad.
straight from kickoff. They gave us the ball and took it from us. It was nuts. I mean, he came in cold, but you buy Jorginho for those moments, right?
Yeah.
So,
That's supposed to be his entire thing. He gets the ball, passes it
He
along,
keeps it.
doesn't dawdle on it.
He keeps it. Oh boy.
yeah.
I will say I very much enjoyed. I think it was after the first goal. I think Saka does a little Madison dart throw thing, and then Madison turns him inside out for the equalizer.
It's rubbish defending. Yeah.
It is bad, yeah. For a second.
Yeah. And he was done by the 70th minute. Didn't sub him up until the 96th, though. You know. Now Rice is injured. Saka's potentially injured. Martinelli, Trossard's injured.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Injuries
Parts
are
is
piling
injured.
up for you guys now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, and we have City in 2 weeks.
Come join us. Come join us on the injury bench, Tony.
We'll have a conversation.
We'll
at
try
some
to we'll
point.
try to make room with our entire group of players.
I will say on Spurs' side, Son's been having a good start to the season.
He's
in
not-
terms of. Is that yeah?
He is now at the point where he's a striker. He's not a winger anymore.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Through the middle, definitely.
Yeah.
It like remember he had that last season we looked at him, we're like he's lost his pace, he looks terrible. I think he had an injury that he was talked about that he was recovering from.
Oh,
I don't know how
please.
serious it was because he still played, right? So it's like it couldn't have been that bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember him talking about this past summer. He had a groin or something that was bothering him. And that seems like it's sorted, but his new role now in the squad, he's a great finisher, right? And if they can just if Madison can just keep serving him on a platter like that, he's going to be racking up goals, and Spurs are always going to be a threat on net.
By the way,
yeah.
you remember the Champions League run they had?
When they made the final?
Guess who was
Yeah,
up top?
yeah. Was the Sun?
Yeah, Kane was missing.
Oh yeah, Kane was injured.
And then he
got to
came
the
back
final,
and he stank the place out. So
Yeah.
maybe Kane is the
We
problem.
were saying before that final that Kane should not start
Yep.
because he hadn't played for a month.
Yeah.
No, he hadn't played for like 3. He hadn't played
Yeah,
for
it
a
was a
long
was it
time.
3?
Yeah. He had a bad injury. And his first game in God knows how long. And good on him. But anyway.
I'm like Madison has been so far like one of the signings of the season. Like he has hit the ground running. He has been unreal, and yeah, Son looks like he's really embracing both the striker role and the captaincy, which is nice to see for Spurs. Nice for Son as well, because like you said, his last season was rough for him. He had 4 or 5 goals all season, something like that. 3 of them came in one game. It was not a good time. But yeah, I'm really liking what Ange Postecoglou is doing so far.
Yeah, look what.
And plus, he seems lovely. He seems like a lovely
he's a
man.
nice-
I want to have a pint with
He's a
him.
fun guy.
It must be my hate for Tottenham. It must be my hate for Tottenham. But I just feel like
It has to be.
I just feel like the whole
there is
it's
no
an,
other reason.
the whole is a nice guy thing is overblown. Like everybody's really trying to fall over themselves and say he's such a nice guy. I'm like, man, is he a good coach? That's all I care about. But yeah, they're all nice
It
guys.
is. I can confirm for you. It is absolutely your hatred for Spurs.
Yeah.
I mean,
Nothing
to be
else.
fair, I was like that with Dilly Dong. He was a nice guy too, but like, yeah, are you a good coach? That's all I care about. Chelsea, you had a nice guy, and you ran him out of town. So yeah,
Hey, I hate Spurs too, Tony. But Postecoglou, for me, seems like a decent coach, like at least a fresh air. You know, in terms of personality, not just saying the same crap over and over again. He at least says something honest, which is good.
He says something honest, and he puts
like,
mate in front of it.
It feels like a good hire after just the sheer toxicity of Mourinho and Conte.
He is a good hire.
Someone like
He is a good hire for sure. They have a lot of problems still, but they look coached, which is good. They basically used the United model on us with Brennan Johnson in that left channel, mimicking Rashford, but they did it well. That was the difference, right? Like playing out from the back. Yeah.
Dare you say something so true?
If they could solve, the Romero trying to score in his own goal all the time,
He's shit. He is actually shit.
They have a chance in these games, eh? He cost them both goals.
He did.
Terrible. Yeah. Whatever.
That own goal in particular looks so ungainly.
What a finish.
Like
top bins, man. Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah. Romero. But hey, Spurs 2-2 with Arsenal. I guess for them, like that's a win in Spurs' mind, of course. You know what I mean? And drop points for Arsenal, but yeah, I'm sure it'll crash and burn for Spurs sometime soon. It's what happens all the time. They'll have a good start and then downhill. Yeah.
It's the history. It's
Yeah.
the history of the Tottenham.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right.
I hope Spurs do well.
Yeah, fuck you, Zay.
Oh,
You
like
always
it.
help.
I know.
Whoa, hey.
Yeah, fuck you, sir.
What the hell?
Piling on Uzi.
What the hell, man?
That is.
Why?
Yeah.
Be nice to me.
Yeah.
I've had a rough season. Be nice to me. Let's move on. Burnley 0, Man United 1. Jonny Evans, 200th game for the club. Has a goal chalked up for offside. Gets an assist on a frankly astonishing goal by Bruno Fernandes to win the game. Man of the match in my heart. Man of the match in Bruno Fernandes' heart as well, if you look at the post-game presser. And we don't have a headline for a week, and I am happy. I will take it.
Okay. If you just watch what comes out today.
Actually, we don't have an on-pitch headline for a week.
You play tomorrow.
Fresh injuries?
Or
We play tomorrow.
or Wednesday.
What's tomorrow?
No, either tomorrow or Wednesday.
Is it-
Carabao, no?
Oh, it's a Carabao.
Yeah.
We don't have an on-pitch headline for 2 days.
Yeah.
No fresh injury concerns, anything like that? Unscathed for the weekend?
I don't think so.
I have to.
I mean, Martinez is fully injured now,
Yeah.
but that was going into the weekend. That was before. And
Amrabat
with how
played,
he's
right?
been playing, Amrabat
For a
came
little
on
bit,
as
yeah.
He
a
did,
late
yeah.
sub.
Yeah.
That's
So
good.
he's coming back in. Kobe Mainu is back in training, so he could be interesting. That's about it.
Tommy's fully
Everyone
like.
else
Tommy's fully
still
like who? I saw his
Hey.
face. I was just like.
Kobe Mainu is the future. He is the hope.
Okay.
He is the Mainu man.
They've been making
And,
noise about him in preseason. Don't worry about it, Tommy. He's the new McTominay. That's
I
fine.
will say though, I did like Hannibal's performance in this game. Like he did at least bring a lot of energy to the side. You know what I mean? He hustled. He worked hard. You need some of that, for United. Criticize how their work
absolutely.
rate.
Considering how many of our players just like walk half
Yeah.
the time, I will take some hustle and energy, please. And as a bonus point, he has fun sideshow bob hair. We need more of that in the Prem. We've been lacking that since Devon.
Oh yeah, do you remember when we had like?
We lost the Leicester guy as well. Wow, face. He had good sideshow bob energy. We need more of that hair.
Yeah.
We need more fun hair in the Premier League.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
None of these bald fades. Everyone has them. Boring.
You
More
want
sideshow bob hair. Yes, please.
boring. Speaking of boring, isn't Burnley just like the definition of boring now?
No, I don't think
No,
they're boring.
no. They're fun to watch. They're just not very good.
Yeah, he hasn't recruited well. He blew his budget on a goalkeeper, and now, I mean, they're still conceding goals, and they can't put anything in the back of the net. It's crazy. Like, I don't know.
They had 62% possession.
I don't think he's adjusted his well, other than the recruitment, he's also just not adjusted his tactics well to the Premier League.
Yeah, but
Like,
what's he supposed to do tactically? Differently.
maybe try to like make it a bit more compact at the back. Like the way he's leaving his team open, they don't have the defenders for that.
But take United
Not
as an
Premier League
example.
level.
They weren't open against United. They just couldn't finish, right? Like that goal, sure, you can defend it better, but it's a special goal, the Fernandes goal. Like there are maybe 4 players in the league that can do that can finish that, right? They can't, for the way they want to play, you need to have someone that finishes those chances, right? Like
I'm not just United. I've watched like a few of their
Yeah,
games this season,
true.
and like defensively, they just like the way they leave themselves like they end up pushing quite high up because like even against United, they had like 65% of possession. They like having the ball. They like being on the ball. Great. But then they push so high up and they don't really have the defenders to live like that at Premier League level. It was the kind of thing that worked for them in the Championship because they brought in a lot of loans. For them especially, it sucks that their 2 best players were on loan. It was Maatsen, who's back at Chelsea now, and Tella, who's back at Southampton now. And they couldn't get either of them, despite trying in the summer. I think Maatsen especially, they made a bid for him towards the end, and Maatsen said no. So, probably saw the writing on the wall.
That's right, yeah. Good for him. I mean,
Right.
he's playing here anyway.
Yes, I was gonna say you say good for
He's
him.
now playing at Chelsea.
Yeah.
He's in his last year of his contract there, so I think he's just going to run that down.
It's bad. Talent is 95% of the job. You gotta have the players, man, and they look like a.
I will say it does suck for them in this game that they were missing Lyle Foster because he's their most threatening striker by a country mile, and he's suspended. But for frankly a soft red card against Forest the week before. But yeah, they need to win some games.
Win a game.
They need to win some fucking games. They play Luton soon. They need to win that. That absolutely 100% has to be a win.
Yeah, they play Luton in 2 weeks. They have Newcastle next. That's a loss. So.
That's a loss. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh. I don't like Burnley, so yeah.
I like Burnley. I don't like Vincent Kompany.
Really? Oh, okay. You're just biased.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But let's move on to another team I don't like, but that keeps me very entertained. Chelsea 0, Aston Villa 1. Tommy,
I don't like.
What's wrong with your club,
happening
man?
again.
Yeah, honestly. Like, what's wrong with your club? I saw Michael. Like, what's wrong with this guy? Like, Mudryk actually did something nice for once.
Oh, yeah, he
NJ's
nice
yeah.
Yeah.
NJ's 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and he tries a topo. He tried your finish, the little toe poke at the near post. It's just.
Yeah. You can't be
Tommy,
doing that.
does he know that that's copyrighted?
Nah,
that is trademark infringement. Please reach out to him. You can sue.
He should know.
I will represent
well, he
you
should
in
know
court.
that I don't score from that either.
No, he
so
doesn't
why is he
score
trying
from
to
it.
use me? So let's do it.
So it was just like a full on. He just took your gimmick then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's
Not
been
even a
long,
knockoff.
It's been a long season already. Let's be honest. You know what I mean?
Tommy,
felt
it's
like
game week 6.
It's week 6, and it feels like we've been this half a season already. And I don't know, man. Like we are such a team like that has no tooth. We got no bite. You know what I mean? We are.
He didn't say no teeth. He said
Luis
no
Suarez
tooth.
is available.
Not even one. Not even one
like,
tooth. Yeah.
There's no fight in this team. You know what I mean? Like we could play some good football at times, set up some nice plays, but at the end of the day, Sterling, instead of passing the ball to a wide open player, is going to be shooting it straight at the keeper. Or like Jackson's going to be doing a stupid toe poke shot, whatever. Yeah, we said it last week, right? Like we don't have a competent finisher of the team, and when the going gets tough, you know what I mean? Like okay, eventually we're down a goal. We were down to 10 men. Again, we can talk about challenge in a second. Down to 10 men. All of a sudden, okay, maybe now we can start playing with a bit. Hey, we'll put Chilwell in. Maybe play one of our best left backs. Maybe we'll put him in now. You know what I mean? And then create some chances, but too late. You know what I mean? And then there's just it's so hard to watch because I see the stats. You know what I mean? I see like oh yeah, hey we haven't conceded too many goals. We've had decent XG in these games, that sort of thing, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, we got 5 points. What are we in? 15th place? We have a really tough schedule coming up where it's like, how are we going to beat these teams that are like, either actually fight in their games? And it's going to be a tough couple months coming up for sure. And I'm not really looking forward to any game on the horizon. I'll be honest. It's not
Tommy,
one game.
if you weren't on this podcast, would you be watching games?
No, absolutely not. Yeah.
Considering, I think you barely watch them, even though you're on this pod.
It's like I had, for some reason, I had some hope at the start of the season, but it's like, you know what? We signed who is it? Carson Palmer, right, from City in the summer, right? Late signing.
Weirdest transfer of the window. Yeah.
He came on. Not gonna lie, was the best player. Best player on the pitch when he came on. Created at least chances. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's like,
you haven't broken him yet. That's all it is.
Yeah. So
Give it time.
Yeah.
Pochettino keeps playing Gallagher. Listen, I like the guy. He's
a nice guy.
He's a nice guy. That's it. You know what I mean? At this point, he's not the guy that's going to be creating all these chances and breaking.
So who do you want to play?
Palmer in the 10. Enzo Caicedo behind him. You know what I mean? And then let's stop playing Colwill at left back, because guess what? They got the center back, and we got this guy named Chilwell that can play there, no problem. So Gusto, Chilwell, Colwill, Silva, like I said, in the midfield there, and then Mudryk, Sterling, and whoever.
You won't have Malo for a little bit because he went into a tackle a little bit too much gusto.
Yeah.
But
did he though?
That was a harsh red card. That was a harsh red. I think it's
here's what I'll say
a
about
foul.
Here's what I'll say
Sure,
about
I
that
don't
card,
think that's a red.
is that you cannot watch that in slow motion, because if you watch that in slow motion, it's gonna look way worse than it is.
I don't even think it looked like a red,
and
I don't even think it looked like a red in slow motion. I'll be honest with you.
It's when they stop everything and look at like a still. Like that's
they only do that in England. I don't understand it.
It's not how they should be.
These guys.
If you want to look at it in slow motion, fine, but it has to be a rolling video. You can't have like a still unless you're trying to determine if a ball went out of play or something. A still does not help.
Because in the still, you're gonna see that a stud's on foot, boom, all red card. You know what I mean? But it's like you gotta know the context of the challenge.
Yeah, he wins the ball.
Now, I would like to point out another thing. Pochettino is talking about absorbing bad energy with lemons, and
he's back.
Tommy, what is your insight on this? Are there specific kinds of lemons you would recommend for this?
I don't know. This is the
are there
same.
specific bad energies that get absorbed?
It's the same crap that he talked.
What other pseudoscience can you bring to the table?
It's the same crap he talked about when he's at Tottenham and stuff that we make fun of, and now I gotta deal with it because he's his coach. Yeah, I don't know. You know what, guys? Yeah, I'm just thinking. You look at the start that we've had, right? And Bowley. Like, do you think there's a chance he pulls the trigger here and just says like,
no,
you're gone?
I don't
Someone
think so.
else knew. You don't think so?
Not yet.
Not until like November. December.
I don't think
this keeps up until November, December. Yes.
I'm not sure Bowley is all that invested in your sporting success. To be honest, I think he's fattening you up for a sale in the medium term. Because nothing you're doing makes sense in terms of squad building. It just doesn't. Like,
I mean, there's no squad building.
Yeah,
it's non-existent.
It looks like he's trying to getting assets that he can sell, but unfortunately, the way he's doing it, he's just gonna crash their value. Poch.
I was gonna say you said assets. A lot of these feel like liabilities.
Yeah, they do. I mean, honestly, I look at Poch and I'm just like, the one thing he can't do is manage upwards. You guys need a coach that will go in there and just burn the place. Just burn the place down. Tuchel, unfortunately, when he tried to do that, he just figured, I don't care about this club. And he just dipped. Like, he just,
No, Tuchel did not. He didn't dip. The guy was, he wanted to stay.
Did it?
He's like, yeah. Dude, he was freaking depressed for like a couple months.
Who would sign Aubameyang and then dip?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah,
that's the act of a man who's trying to stay.
I think he tried. I think he just.
No,
I think he got fired. I think he intentionally got himself sacked.
Intentionally?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of talk of him like getting into it with Bowley and whatever crony he'd appointed.
When you keep insulting your boss and calling the guy,
was this not when Bowley tried to play a 4-4-3?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
And he gave him the formation. He had 12 players on it, and and then he tried to bring his friends into his halftime team talk. Tuchel didn't want to stay, mate.
Oh my god,
he didn't want to stay. He was out of there quick. He came for Roman. He didn't come for Todd. Yeah, fuck. Todd Bowley. I don't know where you go from here. Who's left for you guys to hire?
Oh, I'm not even thinking about it. Do you know what I mean? I just thought, like, you think if there's rumblings at top saying, this is worse than we thought was going to happen. It may get worse. Do we do a change? It's happened before. It's happened before recently. You know, you've seen it with Potter. You know what I mean?
He kept Potter for a long time, though. Kept it for a long time.
That's yeah. When you say a long time, I guess he kept him for a few months, eh? So yeah. I guess
that's what I mean.
A bit of time, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, we'll see.
I'm excited for us to eventually get to a point that in a year Chelsea will have more managers than wins.
Are they not at that point yet?
Are we at that right now?
I think
if you count the interim
guys.
I
think we're at 5 or 6 wins in the year.
Oh, do you?
Who have they had? Managers, they've had Potter, Poch, Bruno Saltieri took over one game. Someone else? Lampard.
Frank, yeah. Super Frank. So
is it 4?
We're almost there.
We're almost there, yeah.
Okay. I think bit of effort we can get there.
Soon we'll catch up
Chelsea.
to more managers than goals too. That'll be the next target to hit. Yeah, we'll get there soon enough as well. We suck.
Jesus Christ! Hey, at least Stamford Bridge will be lovely, lemony fresh, well scented while it happens.
He's trying to get you out of Stamford Bridge as well. That's not going to happen, but yeah.
No, I think the talks are still to try to upgrade it, but yeah.
He wants to move you. He just can't convince. Anyway, it's
to where?
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's exactly the problem.
I mean, like, where is he gonna? Is he gonna move them to LA? Have them play at the Dodgers Stadium or something?
I think he wants to relocate them to another part of London. That would not go down well.
No, absolutely not gonna happen.
So,
but. Now let's move on. Spare Tommy the rest of this. I can see the light going out in his eyes.
The more we talk about it, the more downhill I'm going.
Man City 2, Nottingham Forest 0. An absolute nothing burger of a game until Rodri decided to get himself sent off 30 seconds into the second half by a bit of light throttling of Morgan Gibbs-White. And even then, Forest couldn't really do much.
On the red card, you could just see it click in Gibbs-White's mind that, I can get this guy sent off here. Like, he gets hit.
He didn't go down.
Yeah, he didn't go down.
He didn't go down after the first one.
Yeah.
And then
Rodri
goes for him again.
And then it clicks. He's like,
right, fair enough.
Oh, yeah, I could get this guy sent off. He just collapses, and he's holding his neck. And I'm just like, yeah, these players, man. But I don't know what was wrong with him.
I'm just saying, if Rodri is dumb enough to do it a second time, by all means, go down. Get him sent off, because this man's stupid.
Should that be a red card? I don't know. What's it?
If you shove if you go for someone in the neck twice,
yeah, but
I'm not.
And you know what's funny? Rodri, he tried to catch him as he was going down. He tried to catch him. Yeah.
Come up, eh? And then I may avoid the red. And then what was it later on after that? What Ederson got into it with what did he get in?
Go on, Tommy. You know his name.
Oh yeah, Owani. Yeah, that's his name, eh?
Yeah.
Owani. Did I get that right, Tony?
I wanted to see how you pronounce it.
Yeah. It's close enough. It's close enough. Yeah.
If he goes down, you know what I mean? That's a red card for Ederson. He stayed up. Yeah. Ederson initiated it, man. If he goes down, another red. And Ederson's gone for 3 games.
Awani is too jacked.
But he's too, that's what I mean, right? He's not going down.
Like, anytime Adama Traore goes down.
Yeah, I was about to say, I've seen Adama go down, so, yeah. But Anyway.
Oni has a bit more self-respect.
Rodri out of the Arsenal game, which is, something. It's something. I don't know if it makes a difference, but it's
they
something.
may just play Stones in that spot and still kill it anyway. So hey.
Is Stones back yet? Did he play this one?
No, he's not back yet, but I think he probably will be
is.
back in a couple weeks' time. Yeah, most likely. But still, like
they're just not gonna play Phillips, huh? Yeah.
Phillips, he's still there, right?
He's still there, yeah.
Jesus.
I think he came on as a sub in this game at some
he
point.
did.
Yeah, he did.
He's just there filling their English quota at this point.
Yeah.
There for registration.
The Scott Sinclair role.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, I don't have much else to say about this game because what was the first goal?
It's
nice.
actually,
there's some lovely goals.
Foden's goal was really nice.
Beautiful build-up. Rodri central to it with that switch over to Kyle Walker.
Yeah.
And then the second goal I think was Holland.
Header.
Just
he's got
unmarked.
8, yeah.
Powers a header home.
Yeah, I can't remember who set it up.
Okay.
But,
he's got 8 goals so far. Starting the season pretty
he's missing a lot of
He's
chances.
missing a lot of chances.
Even in this game,
Which
there
is-
was one that he's.
which is slightly concerning because he's still got 8 goals in the season.
Is he top scorer? He must be.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Son's got 5. He's just. Yeah.
There's no one else that's really Salah, I guess, historically prolific, but Anyway, it doesn't matter. He's gonna win it.
It's prolific, but not this.
There's no Kane to challenge him this season. He's gonna win outright for sure. No problem.
Yeah.
Poor Alan Shearer finally managed to drive Kane out of the league, and this guy is here threatening. If he stays long enough, he's going to threaten the record too.
Yeah.
The only thing is, will he stay long enough?
Kane will be back in a couple of years. So just for that record, I'm sure of it.
I do feel like Kane will come back to early too. Just a little stint in Germany.
He wanted Man United. He wanted Man United, and you guys just said no. It's weird.
And here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are. aren't you unhappy now, Harry Kane?
Yeah, he's buzzing. Yeah.
You could have been part of this shit show.
And he got a hat trick this weekend. So
He
was
did.
buzzing.
Hat trick and 2 assists.
Yep, he did.
So,
That's a flyer.
yeah. Well, hey, United kept him to just 1 goal in midweek, so we'll take that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys had that fun game.
You say fun. I don't think you understand the meaning of the word fun.
I mean, fun for a
did not have
neutral.
fun.
Come on. For you guys,
No,
probably
you are
sucked.
not.
Yeah.
You are not a neutral.
I'm not a
You
neutral in
have
that
vested
game.
interest in our failure.
Okay, that's true. Yeah, fair enough. That is true. Yeah.
Neither of you are neutrals.
I never.
I know you never profess yourself as such, but just in case you were thinking it, I'm getting that out there. Just move
It's
on.
Man United. I could never ever be a neutral.
You could exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Liverpool 3, West Ham 1. I think that's 5 wins in a row for Liverpool after they embarrassingly dropped a point against Chelsea in the opening game. But
I don't even remember that game.
Hey,
It was
good win.
No, I don't remember it. Anyway.
it was the Caicedo derby.
Yeah.
Or the Lavia derby.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever other player Chelsea was trying to steal from them derby. But Darwin Núñez gets another goal, misses another great chance, all in a day's work for the man. Like, he has some very nice goals and just some absolutely fantastic misses.
He's Cavani. He's Edison Cavani. He's baby Cavani. That's what he is.
Cavani.
Yeah. Well, without the swag up front, but anyway, maybe he can get there.
God, I tell you what,
Yeah,
I do miss that one season of good Edison Cavani we had. He was fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed him a lot.
Yeah, that chip from outside the box, you remember? Yeah.
No one does that anymore. No one just like
When
attempts
when
to chip
Eddie
the
was
keeper
1-on-1
from
with the
midfield.
keeper, even before he missed it, I yelled, "No one chips anymore," and then he blasted it at the guy's chest. Yes. Yeah. I am still pissed off. So
Hey,
yeah.
there was one game like a few weeks ago where Nketiah got 1-on-1 and tried to chip it, and they just chipped it over the bar.
Crystal
No more
Palace.
there's no more good chippers
It's Crystal
anymore.
Palace. Chippers. Yeah. Nope.
Speaking of Liverpool
Not
and
even
West Ham,
home.
though.
Liverpool are rolling. They're rolling right now. McAllister had a very nice assist for, I think it was the
Jota?
Nunez goal.
Oh yeah, it was Nunez. Who
Yeah.
assisted?
Yeah. I think Van Dijk assisted the Jota one.
Right.
Like the cross, header back across, Jota. And then there was a Salah penalty, which looked pretty stonewall from what I saw.
Yeah.
You know what I like about that McAllister, that pass? You know what I mean? Like, so oftentimes you see, you know, you have you're in the attacking end, you got a team, you know, just set up, and you see sideways passes, guys want to go across. You don't often see players do that sort of like looped ball over defenders because you
Not
don't
anymore.
feel like there's gonna be enough space, right, for you guys to get
That straight one is a difficult one to do.
It
When
is,
you're at an
yeah.
angle, you have a bit more space to play with, right?
Yeah.
Like just going straight up and down, having the requisite power but not too much power, and the timing and everything. That's difficult pass to pull off.
It's hard to pull off for sure. I just love seeing it, right? Because you don't often see players make that pass. They just figure it's gonna be too hard, right? So like see it pull off. It's great to see. And Salah he's still sensational. He's still
Salah is Salah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Should have taken that Saudi money.
You'll take it.
He'll get it. He'll get it.
Wouldn't have to watch him torture United anymore.
Yeah, when is that game coming up, eh?
Don't worry about it, Tommy.
Don't
Worry about
it.
your own.
I don't need to worry about my own.
Let me worry about Man United. You stay. You worry about Chelsea. I'll worry about Man United. We have plenty on our plate.
Fair enough.
Rough loss for West Ham, but
I
not surprising that
watched
they lost
them.
this one away at Anfield.
I watched them midweek. It's just because this Ward Prowse football, it just corners after corners after corners. Yeah,
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
This is
Moyes.
This is the church that David Moyes has built.
This is Moyes' ball right here. Moyes' ball is back.
He's gone back to his. Where is Marwan Fellaini? Bring him back.
Souček.
He would love this.
It's Souček.
Is the lady.
That's-
Yeah.
He just needs the
Again,
hair.
The lack of fun hair.
Yeah.
The lack of fun hair.
Mhm.
Get a wig on Souček. Get him up there. Get him throwing some more elbows out there.
It's nice.
I mean, he almost had one if it wasn't for Alisson's 6th save early in this game.
Yeah.
Alisson, he's the best goalie in the league.
He's been on
let's
it
be
this
honest,
season.
yeah.
If he had a good defense, he could actually compete for, or be recognized as one of the best keepers in history. If he had a good defense. The problem is he concedes too much. So no one ever really mentions it. But he, talent-wise, performances-wise, has been as good as anyone
Yeah.
that we've had. But,
Unreal. Yeah, another goal with the run off the back of Van Dijk. So
Yep.
it's happening more and more often.
He's
Just because you got an assist, Virgil, doesn't mean I didn't notice.
he's dropping fast, yeah.
Yeah.
But what else happened this week? Right, Newcastle put 8 goals past Sheffield United in. Just
You mean that
is Sheffield okay? What are they doing?
this wasn't an exhibition match? This is a real Premier League game?
I couldn't believe what I was
It
watching.
actually happened. Oh.
I couldn't believe what I was
Yes.
watching. It was so bad. It's just so bad, man. Like 8 different goal scorers.
That's wild to me to see that.
Man. They
It's
were
like, hey,
ta-
your turn.
Yeah, that's
You go.
basically
Okay.
what it was.
So they're lining up. Sven Botman scored a goal. He never scores. He doesn't cross the halfway line.
It got to-
and he scored a goal.
It got to the point where Fabian Shaw was cutting in from the left wing to try and score. What? Yeah, it was. Was it Shaw?
Might
It's
as well.
Yeah.
Might as well at this point. You're like, fuck it. Isaac hasn't scored a goal since week 1. They bring him on. He breaks his drought.
Yeah.
Easy. Callum Wilson had the time to miss about 5 great
Yeah.
chances one-on-one and still score.
That was a crazy thing.
Like-
the goalie had an okay game.
Foderingham
Yeah.
was really good. So, I stopped watching this at 5-0. I'm surprised it made it that long. But Foderingham had about 7 or 8 saves in that time. And legitimately looked really good in this game. Was doing everything he could. But, how much this poor goal? Give him a raise. This man's overworked.
For the second goal, did you think that was handball? I mean, it's semantics at this point. But the one where the ball,
Which one was
the
this?
one where they thought the ball
Gordon,
went out,
the Gordon
yeah.
one. I thought that was it. Keeps the ball in play.
It keeps the ball in
So-
play for sure. But I thought it hit his hand. I don't know.
Yeah, it did. I
So
think.
then,
But the VAR will not call a handball unless it's by the goal scorer. So we had this last season. I remember in
West Ham.
I think United played Middlesbrough or something in the FA Cup.
Okay.
It was either last season or the season before. Ball comes over the top. The guy just like controls it with his hand, brings it down, but then he passes to someone else to score.
The same thing happened.
And that doesn't get goal.
West Ham. I think Antonio handled it and passed to Skimaka or something like that. Yeah. I say that's a stupid rule.
It's incredibly dumb. I'm like, if it's a blatant handball, just call the blatant. Would it have saved Sheffield?
No.
Absolutely not, because
they'd have scored 2 minutes later.
The sickly Victorian child, Oliver Twist looking Anthony Gordon was ripping them to shreds.
You know, Tommy, you know how in the GKSSA sometimes they win the league and they decide to stay in B division?
Yeah.
I think
That's
teams
what
should
Sheffield
start.
did,
Teams should start doing that. Because what's the point? Like
I was gonna say, like Tony, I was gonna say, between Luton, Burnley, and Sheffield,
yeah,
it might be the three worst teams.
they have
that we've
3
seen
points.
Come up.
1 point
It's
each.
awful.
3 points between
Yeah.
them. Like maybe if you put them together, they'd have a chance.
You gotta love the solidarity.
Yeah.
You gotta love the solidarity, though. Championship teams sticking together.
It's worst
Yeah,
batch
I
we've
think so.
had in a while. You
Yeah. Yeah, like you usually get
And
one.
Newcastle
that
play
kind of-
Burnley.
They
This was
might
great.
keep Everton up. Yeah. Might. Yeah.
Chelsea's safe after seeing these three teams.
Are you?
Yeah. It can't be worse than Luton, Burnley, and Sheffield. Come on, guys. No chance.
Challenge accepted. Yeah.
See you. We'll see
It's a
you.
you don't tempt fate like this.
See you in December after our tough run of fixtures. See where we're at. Make a note. Are we still going to be in 14 or lower?
Speaking of Everton, they beat Brentford. I was gonna say 1-0. They beat them 3-1.
3-1.
Like Everton
Scored.
finally figured out how to finish their chances.
Yeah.
Good to see Dominic Calvert-Lewin on the score sheet. Poor guy has suffered so many injuries. If he can stay fit, it's a big help.
There we
for
go.
Everton.
There we go.
If you can stay
Yeah.
fit.
If.
Yeah.
We all know he's going to be injured in 2 weeks, but let me hope. I enjoy watching him play. Let me hope. Well, I enjoyed watching him play 2 years ago. I don't know what he is since then.
It's just on Brentford's side. Who did I know they? I mean, of course, they have the Toni suspension. They lost David Raya. Who else did they lose? Anyone else? Brentford in the summer? Did they have any outgoings?
Not really.
Besides,
Nothing major.
So
they did just recently lose Rico Henry.
Rico
That's
Henry,
an
right?
injury,
Season
yeah.
injury. Yeah.
It's
That
a
sucks.
big loss. And Ben Mee has been injured all of
Okay.
this season as well, and he was starting for them.
This explains a few
Last year.
things because they
So-
defensively have not looked great all season so far. And I was just wondering, yeah, that makes sense, right? With me out, yeah, okay, that explains that.
Yeah. I mean, 3 points for Everton. First win of the season. A huge result considering, the three promoted teams can't seem to cobble together a win between them. So, good shit, Everton.
Yeah.
You might just survive yet. Maybe.
It's a long season, yeah.
Maybe.
It's a long.
There's a lot of time. I mean, you have to assume one of the newly promoted teams will win a game at some point this year.
Against
Yeah,
each
should we
other.
put bets?
Right.
Against
Should we
each
put bets
other.
on who's gonna be
Maybe
first?
they'll, take points off each other.
If this Luton Burnley game that's coming up ends up as a draw, that's helping no one at that stage.
Yeah.
A team that is helping themselves is Brighton. They beat Bournemouth 3-1. Gifted Bournemouth a goal to go 1-0 down. Their new goalie, whose name I have forgotten.
I never.
They signed him this
I
summer.
never learned it. It's just too. Yeah.
Well, they signed him, and then they continued to start.
Jason Steele. Well, they rotate them.
Now they
rotate
yeah,
them. Yeah.
They played mystery goalie number 2, and mystery goalie number 2 passed the ball straight to Dom Solanke outside the box, and
Verbruggen.
that's weird.
I guess.
This is weird.
Verbruggen.
Something like that.
That's. I'm looking at Verbruggen. All right. I will remember that for sure. Yeah.
I will not, so I will rely on you.
I watched them in midweek against Athens, AK Athens.
Yeah, they lost
They
there.
lost. They might struggle to balance the two. I think there was a lot of running in that game for Brighton. They're not playing smart in Europe. It might.
They must have. Did they rotate their squad a bit, or they just took?
No, they took it. They took it.
Easy?
No, they took the game seriously. It's not that they took the. Athens just played really well. They pressed them aggressively, and Brighton, I think, were just surprised by how good they were. But yeah, that's why I think Mitoma was on the bench. Yeah, in this game, came off the bench. Because he looked gassed by the end of that game. So, one to watch.
I mean, coming off the bench worked out because he scored twice, was it, in this one?
I mean, he's popping in the box, like, in a center forward position.
He's playing number 10, second striker? Sure, why not?
It's odd. But
remember when we thought it was a purple patch at the start of this last season?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely did. Yeah.
You called it a purple patch as well, Tony. We collectively, as a pod, were like, "Nah, is this for real?"
I think what I said was, I was surprised by how old he was when we were talking about whether he was going to be signed or not.
Ageism. I see how it is, Tony.
I mean, I know how my knees feel, so age is a thing. It is a factor. Let's not pretend, but yeah. But no, he is good. I was going to say he looks good. He is good.
He's the real deal.
Yeah. Brighton have 18 goals so far in the league, more than City. They're off to a flyer. 5 wins, a loss. Yeah, that's a pretty good start.
Yeah, they are a problem. Oh, we've already played them once. We don't have to play them again for a while. This is your problem now. So.
Yeah, we're gonna smash them Brighton for sure.
De Zerbi's Brighton haunt my nightmares. Like, I hate them.
To be fair, I think even Potter's, didn't they usually...
Potter's Brighton. No, we beat Potter's Brighton once or twice. Okay. We just lost them
at home.
First game lost.
You usually lost to them at home was what it was. Yeah.
And then we beat them away. Yeah. It was a whole thing. Luton finally picked up a point. They drew 1-1 with Wolves. It's a point, I guess, but Wolves are down to 10 men for like half of this game, so Luton really should be doing more. Pedro Neto has had an outstanding start to the season.
He's fully back
for Wolves.
He's fully back from that injury.
He managed to find the back of the Neto in this one, and sorry, Tony.
What time are you into this pod for this first pun?
I made one earlier.
It just didn't land.
It flew by me. Yeah.
I can't remember what it was.
It went over Tommy's head. Wow. It went over Tony's too. But yeah, Luton needs to start. I mean, if you're playing 10-man Wolves at home, you need to win that.
When you outshoot a team 20 shots to 3, yeah, you got to get something from this game. But that's what these promoted sides for us this year. They just aren't very good. Yeah, and this shows it.
They're gonna beat Chelsea. It's too much.
We beat Luton already.
Did you?
Yeah, it's our only win of the season.
Okay, well done.
Come on, Tony. Give me something.
They are really bad then.
Yeah. Give me something.
Oh, God.
Exactly.
They are fucked then.
That's your one win?
It's our one win, man. Come on.
Okay. Fair enough.
And the last game this weekend was Palace 0, Fulham 0. In a game that I am told
it happened. Yeah, it happened. You want to know why?
It definitely happened.
Because your favorite player, Jordan Ayew, got a yellow card in this game.
Who? Jordan Ayew.
Should have gone to red. Yeah. How dare they? How dare he defile the pitch with his presence?
And when I want to say, you know what? Nothing happened in this game. We're talking about.
I don't think anything actually happened.
There were some shots. There were some saves. There were some tackles.
Roy Hudson was back on the
allegedly.
He was. Yeah, he was.
Back.
Roy was back. That's good. It's good that Roy is back.
Yeah.
But about this whole shots, tackle stuff, we don't know what happened.
Yeah.
No one watched this.
There are no Palace and Fulham fans. Oh, I guess that we do know. I do know one Fulham fan. But yeah.
Yeah. How dare you?
Is that Chris?
Yeah.
Chris. I was like, who on earth could that be? And I was like, yeah. I just remembered it's Chris.
Chris doesn't listen to this. He won't. He won't mind us not covering Fulham. But yeah, solid weekend. Nice to have a weekend where Man United win and your boys don't pick up any points. I doubt that's gonna happen again.
Oh yeah.
So
well,
just gonna enjoy it.
we will keep our end of this bargain up. It's up to Tony.
Yeah, I know. Tommy, I know you'll be there for me. I know you'll be here with me. We'll be miserable together. We'll log on Monday mornings, have our little cry sesh. Yeah. Tony, I don't trust.
To be fair, at this point, this is what this is, eh? You know,
this is just what this is.
Yeah,
an exercise in futility.
Yeah. This is where I go to just find some solace, maybe vent a little bit. Yeah.
This is a bad place to look for solace.
I'm just picturing Eddie Nketiah. That's it. It's just the dude's performance is stuck in my head. I'm serious, yeah. Yeah.
To keep up with our misery, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at 442. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Tony, don't lie back yet. This is not done.
I'm back at the mic. Yeah.
Thank you for joining me, Tommy. Cheers, guys. Pleasure as always.
I'm still this.
Are we sure it's a pleasure?
I just it's a script, eh? I'm just reading it.
Instinct, yeah. Just read the script.
Mm-hmm.
Tony, still in your head?
Yep.
All right. Well, I'll leave you to it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.